Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Jamie. Jamie is from Ireland, so let's see what Jamie has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Jamie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Yeah, day's been good so far. Actually, today when I was busking, Galway just did what Galway normally does. It was raining and then it wasn't raining, and I couldn't decide whether it was good to stay out busking or not. But I ended up staying out for the 2 hours, and yeah, it ended up being a very productive and a very eventful day. So yeah, that's how my day has been so far. Yeah.
Amazing. So tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Ireland. I'm from a town called Tuam in Galway City, and yeah, that is where I'm from.
How far are you from Dublin?
Dublin. Well, if you get the bus to Dublin, it takes 2.5 hours. So
Okay.
yeah, from the city, but 3 hours to the airport.
I see. So tell me something interesting about the city where you're born or where you live right now.
Something interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Galway City is a city that has a unique charm about it. I notice that when people come here, they never want to leave, and sometimes that is the case. It's called a city, but it's more of a town. It's more of a big town. But, when you've been living here as long as someone like me, you see that it's a village. Yeah, it has a unique charm about it. You'll walk down Galway City Shop Street and you'll feel like you're walking through Diagon Alley.
Okay.
It's got that kind of charm about it. Yeah. You'll see plenty of characters. You'll see regular faces all the time. There are people here who are part of the don't want to say part of the furniture, but they're just part of the city. The city wouldn't be the same without certain people.
See. Yeah. And so tell me, what do you do for work, for living? I know that you are a singer, yeah, an artist. So walk me through a little bit more about your career.
That is what I do. That is my career. I'm a musician. I'm a singer. I'm an artist, recording artist, songwriter, producer, part-time director. I've directed a few videos, few movies. I've directed my own music videos, actually. There was a music video that I directed called Spanish Arch, which I wasn't in the video. Well, I'm in it for 2 seconds. In the nightclub or in the pub, I'm the band playing in the corner. The band were there, but we kind of had a story centered around two main characters, a male and a female. But I got to direct that, and that was a lot of fun. I liked being behind the camera, telling everybody what to do. It was a lot of fun. It's nice being able to tell people what to do, and they do it. It's yeah. So yeah, I'm a musician as well. I'm a recording artist. I record all my own instruments. I record my own songs in various studios, particularly in Tuam and in Monaghan. So yeah, and I busk as well on my nights off for, say, like, during the afternoon time when the sun is out and people are on their lunch breaks, or when people are not working. There's just kind of a feel good kind of atmosphere. I think it's because people are either not at work, or that's you'll see them up the town, or they're on their breaks, or they have a day off. That's so Monday is usually a good day to do a bit of busking. There's just that feel good energy there, and yeah, I spend and in my spare time I am working on new songs that I hope to put out. And most recently now I've kind of done the TikTok lives. I've been doing them at my gigs, and I do them while I busk as well. And sometimes I do them here, sitting right here in this spot with Phil here behind me, Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. And that's starting to grow now. That's starting to expand. I'm starting to develop a very a very loyal fan base.
Hmm.
Yeah, and a very supportive one, a very encouraging one. I'm very grateful to have stumbled upon these people, or for these people to have stumbled upon me. That's usually what happens when people go live on their TikTok. I used to be a bit scared of the idea. It still kind of does a little bit, you know, because you're putting yourself out there to everyone, to the entire world. It's
Yeah.
and but like, I mean, I've sold my merchandise, my music to people around the world, people I've never even met, and that is the dream. When you think about it,
Amazing.
you know, that's what I do for a living. And I've worked part time, you know, doing kind of small jobs for people. Like
Mm.
I think most recently I was working at the ploughing championships. Have you ever heard of the ploughing championships over here in Ireland?
No?
It's basically, you know, a festival for farmers. That's
Ah,
how
okay.
yeah. So I had a
Interesting.
friend who was looking for just workers for 4 days, and I didn't have any gigs during those 4 days. So I thought, you know what, it might be nice to actually work, like have a job,
Uh,
just for 4 days. You know, seeing as I'm not gigging, and maybe get a few references, a bit of experience, and meet new people. And so I was yeah, working at a like a fast food kind of a truck for 4 days. Very very different to what I do music wise, but I thought, you know, it might be good to have a bit of a break. So yeah,
um,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your career so far, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Jamie, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Oh, of course. Yeah, why not?
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. All right?
All right, no problem.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that don't wanna talk about, don't wanna answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Right. First question for you is, who do you count the most for help?
Who do I
Count the most for help.
count
Yeah.
the most for help? Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Yeah, his music is soothing, calming.
So why him? Why?
I don't know. There's it's something I can't explain. Think maybe because, well, there's a time in my life where I went through something terrible, and
Hmm.
I discovered. I just, well, I wouldn't say discovered Mozart, but because you've always been aware of Mozart. Mozart's always been part of everyone's life. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was the first song we all learned to sing. That's a Mozart song. A lot of people don't know that, but for some reason I just came across a record. Yeah, that was it. I was looking for Paganini, actually, a Paganini record, but I couldn't find any Paganini. But there was some Mozart records, and Eine kleine Nachtmusik, which is one of the most famous pieces ever written. For some reason, I had that song on repeat, and it still helps. You know, if I'm struggling to fall asleep, if I am lying in bed tossing and turning for hours, I'll put Mozart on in the background. Some of the calm stuff, none of the maybe not Don Giovanni or any of the any of the aggressive stuff that he does, but you know, he has music for kind of every emotion and every situation. I don't know why. I don't know why Mozart has, but
Okay.
that's, yeah,
Okay.
Wolfie.
Cool. And which person do you feel like more connected with in your family or friends? There's someone that, for example, if you needed help, any kind of support, this person always comes to your mind.
Oh well, think it's obvious when you say family. Like I have my mother and my father, and I have two younger sisters as well, and I have a very good, strong relationship with all of them. And that's a very lucky thing, you know.
Absolutely.
As you get older, you realize not everybody is blessed with that privilege, you know.
But
Yeah, but there's never a moment where I hadn't been able to talk to them, and vice versa as well, you know. I do have friends as well. I have a good kind of strong kind of a friend group. I'm still friends with people I went to school with.
amazing.
Now,
Oh,
like, you know, you do kind of go, you kind of drift apart naturally, you know, it's a natural part of life. But the odd time we send, you know, we still send each other memes in our group chat, and, you know, we send the random Snapchat, that kind of thing, because we're all living in different parts of the world now. And, but one of my closest friends is called Flamingo, who I recorded with and collaborated with. We wrote two songs called, one of them was called Rain in June, and one of them was called Spanish Arch, one I already talked about. And yeah, I feel like, you know, he's a dude who has kind of seen me at my worst, and we're still friends, you know. And the same could be said, you know, the other way around too.
amazing.
So,
Very
yeah.
good. Cool. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Jamie from Ireland. Next question is, when was the last time that you cried and why?
Last time I cried. I can't think. Last
Do you
time
cry easily?
I don't cry. Okay, well, yeah, I cry if a song gets to me, or if the last time I cried was I watched The Lord of the Rings recently. I rewatched it, you know.
Mhm.
That scene always gets me, with Frodo and Sam when they say goodbye to each other.
Oh,
You're not human if that doesn't make you cry.
that's so true.
It is.
And
It's a beautiful scene, and the movies are beautifully made. I
when
watched
you,
it, but it was during the week. Yeah, I watched it. Sorry. But yeah.
okay, it's all right. When you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Jamie? What do you like the most about being you?
Getting to be Echo Harte, I suppose. It feels like a costume that you can step into. You know, it is. You know, it's my artist persona, but it's something that I created when I was 15. I just had the idea of using a stage name, and yeah, I came up with Echo Harte to yeah, I suppose just to separate the the personal and the artistic side, because as an artist you have to put yourself out there, but I get to do that now for a living, and it was something I did at 15, something that I started at 15, and I'm still doing it, you know, all these years later, and it's great, you know. It's fun, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And I have no idea where it's going to go, but right now it's going my way. Like at this very moment in time, you don't always feel that way, because I suppose things can get overwhelming, and sometimes you'll feel like you hit a wall. But you know, things will happen, and life will progress, and you'll take different roads. And yeah, I'm excited to. It's exciting, you know. I wake up being excited to even go busking on the street, because I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know what kind of a day it's going to be, and
Yeah.
you know, today I met one of my friends' mothers who I hadn't seen in years, and yeah, that was a nice feeling. Like I didn't recognize her. She recognized me, and she said, "Oh, I'm, you know, so and so's mom," and I was like, "Oh yeah." And it was just really nice. We had a little bit of a talk as well. It was good. Yeah. So yeah, things like that can happen too. You know.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me, Jamie, what's the biggest joy of being a singer? What do you like the most about singing? Tell me the feeling when you are, doing your best as a singer.
Well, the biggest joy of being a singer is you get to be the center of attention. And you get paid for it. And you don't have to. You don't have to feel self-conscious if you don't want to. It's a great thing. And I suppose it's joyful being able to have that. I don't want to use the word gift, but to have that that quality, I suppose, to have that, to be able to put yourself in the center in front of a microphone, and if you're in a bar and nobody's listening to you, let's say, if you play those kind of gigs, and we've all played those kind of gigs, especially when we're starting out, and sometimes I still do, sometimes I'm the background noise at a restaurant. That's fine. You're aware of that. People are, they are enjoying the music. You can see that. But to be able to actually do that and keep doing it, I think it's a good thing to have. And to actually put yourself out there on the street every day too, or to go, live on TikTok, or to even do a gig where you're releasing a CD, or even, writing a song, putting it all together. That's a long process. Giving it to the radios. Yeah, it's a way of eliminating self-consciousness. Like artists, musicians especially, like we are the most self-conscious people, but at the same time we're not. Yeah, it's always there. It's a strange feeling, but it's a great thing to have. To just to own it, just to own that quality and have the bull by the horns.
Great.
Yeah.
Next question is, which book had a big influence on you?
Which book? A few books. As a child, I have to say I think this could be said for a lot of people, the Harry Potter series. When was the last time we queued up for a book at midnight?
Wow.
Come on. That had to have a huge influence on anybody. And there's a few, like, I mostly read books that are written about artists, musicians. The Man in Black was one that had a influence on me. Johnny Cash's life story, his autobiography, and it was written from his perspective. And it's crazy to read stories that someone actually lived through and someone was actually able to write them down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, darkness always has a light at the end of the tunnel, and Johnny Cash was I suppose a symbol of holding on, fighting through. It was not a difficult book to read either. It's a good read. And it's easy. It's an easy book to read. It's not too long. It's
okay. Yeah. Good. 2 questions left. Let's do it, Jay. Next question for you is, what makes you the happiest?
What makes me the happiest?
What makes you the happiest?
I have to say it's earning the gratification from others by doing what you love. For me is music. For me is singing. To do an EP launch, to actually invite people to come to a hotel or to a pub or to a venue, and looking out into the audience of the people who came, and seeing who was there, seeing who has faith in you.
Did your family always support your career since you started?
Of course. I mean, so my father was actually a person who taught me how to play my first few chords, and my uncle Mickey Joe, he also taught me a few chords as well, and he actually pursued it as a career. He did very well in Ireland, and he does very well in Germany and other parts of Europe as well. He represented Ireland in the Eurovision. I was young at the time. This is 2003. And that just kind of made me think, well, it is possible to have music as a career. My uncle and my dad both inspired me to do that. And of course, my mother and my father drove me to band practices to my friend's shed or into Galway. Gave me money for the bus even, and money for the rehearsal studios. So brought me to the recording studio as well. Yeah, they certainly have supported me a lot, and they still have great faith. My mother still sends me like John Creedon's number or Ray Darcy's number. They're like radio DJs here in Ireland. It's like send your songs to them, and yeah.
I think having the support of your family, when you do something with love, trust me, it's the best support you can have, and you feel safe. You just feel like you can go for it because you have their support. I think it's a big plus for sure.
Of course, but parents are my parents anyway were more. I always wanted to do the music since a very young age,
Yeah.
But they've always kind of said to me, music industry is not easy, and they knew this from, my uncle's perspective too, and they said, look, you're gonna have to, do your exams and go to college and, have a job lined up because you need something to support you.
Absolutely.
And they're right, you do need something to support you. But I was able to kind of remove that safety net after time. They were right in that sense as well. It's not that they were trying to discourage me from following the path I wanted to follow. It was, they wanted to look out for me. That's it, and they have, and they still do. Even I'm always going to be a little boy to them. So.
Last question. Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay, next question for you is, what's the best first date have you ever been on?
The best first date I've ever been on?
Yes.
There's so many. It's hard to just pick one. The best first date. I think it was a gig that I went to in Galway City with a lady who was my girlfriend for a long time. She came over from America, and actually, funny story is I met her at my friend's gig, and his name was Crazed, and I became friends with him, I suppose, maybe like the week before. Well, I wouldn't say we became friends, but I kind of got to know him. We knew each other just to see at open mics, that kind of thing. And he had a gig on during the week, and he said, "Hey, do you want to come to my gig?" I was like, "Yeah, why not? I'll support you." And I went down to his gig. He does kind of Irish rap, if that makes sense. So I went to the gig, and before I left the gig, when the gig was over, I had a cigarette, and in walks this gorgeous woman from America, and I had another friend who was doing a gig the next day, and I invited her to the gig. Yeah, that was the best first date I was on. I mean, turned into a date, and I will say, we have still got a very good friendship as well. So yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't normally bring. Oh no, I would. I have brought people to gigs. But you know, I do like to kind of go somewhere else afterwards, you know, to chat, go for a quiet drink somewhere. You know, we do the fun thing, we go to the gig, we
Amazing.
take it all in, you know. I mean, yeah, music has to be there.
All right, student yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Okay.
One word for money.
Passion.
Okay. Fear.
Fear. I don't know why spiders came to my mind. I'm not afraid of spiders, but spider.
Family.
Family. Mother.
Life.
Lies.
Life.
Oh, life. Green came to my mind for some reason.
Okay. Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Family.
Religion.
Faith.
Sex.
Love.
Politics.
Deception.
Friendship.
Power.
Desire.
Desire.
Yeah.
You too.
Okay.
Song.
Regret. Regret.
Regret. Darkness.
Success.
Fulfillment.
One word for wish.
Wish.
Yeah.
Flight for some reason.
Okay. Happiness.
Peace.
One word for music.
Everything.
One word for Ireland.
Home.
One word for singer.
Dad.
Nice one. And the last one now. One word for Echo Harte.
Lucky.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your parents for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your parents. Define Jamie in one positive word and one negative word only. What they would say.
For the positive word, I think they would say ruthless.
Okay.
In a positive way, you know, like, I mean.
Good.
And a negative word, not dwell on the past, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of the word for that. Yeah, I can't think of the word, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play now. Jamie and the magic box. And you can ask me a question. Okay, Jamie, you can ask me a question now.
Okay. If you could meet anybody, dead or alive, for dinner, who would it be and why?
Great question. Great question. And a lot of people are crossing my mind right now, like a lot of people that I could have this opportunity. But you know what? Today, I'm going to go with Barack Obama.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to have a opportunity to sit down with him, to have a meal or a talk or on the show, something that I could connect with him and to hear his point of views, his understanding about life, his career as a politician. You know, I think I would love to have a time with him to just to talk a little bit and see this, you know, this person who somehow left his signature in the words, you know, Barack Obama. So I think not right now I'll choose him, but maybe if you ask me tomorrow, after tomorrow, I would say somebody else, because there are so many people around the globe, people that are already gone as well. That's sometimes I go like, wow, I wish I could have the opportunity to at least see more of those people when they were alive. But right now, I would go for Barack Obama. I think it would be a good opportunity for me to sit down and, you know, I'd love to have him on the show one day. I'd love to.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing to have opportunities for him to express himself here and also answer some random fun questions. So yeah, I would go for Barack Obama today.
Couldn't go wrong with chat with Obama.
Did you enjoy the interview, Jamie?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect exactly. But this was a different kind of an interview that I've done. You know, usually when I'm doing an interview, it's because I'm selling a new song, or about to release one, or about to do a gig. And this is more kind of an in-depth, yeah, kind of a thing. And it was kind of nice to be just put on the spot. I didn't have any answers prepared, as you could see. It took me a while to think, and
that's great. I think that's the whole magic of the show. Is about people expressing themselves in a way that they're not expecting. But before you go, first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for your time. Again, I've been watching your videos on TikTok, you're singing, and it's amazing to see someone so young, and express your desire about your music. And I think it's amazing to see that. But before you go, Jamie, people watching this interview right now, when they listen to your music, to your gigs, what's something that you'd like them to take with them when they listen to your music?
a piece of merchandise.
I was expecting.
You're talking spiritually. Well, I'd like them to take something home with them that I take home with me when I go to a gig, or even when I buy a record. I hope that I can make songs that make people feel good about themselves. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yeah, okay. Don't let the bastards grind you down.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
There's going to be a lot of them. Trust me. You know this as well as I do. But, yeah, there's always going to be grudgers,
Okay, thanks so much. Keep in touch, okay?
Thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.